Hi, this is Chris. I'm doing my week 3 discussion. This week we're talking about accommodations using technologies for accommodation with certain students that would benefit from these accommodations. And the focus student I'm going to be using is SM. His initials were SM, and he is a 10th grade student. And very responsible, everything you can kind of ask for in a student from a responsibility standpoint and initiative standpoint. But his problem is that when he is at home, I think that's when all the learning stops. And we want to be able to supply accommodations, maybe through technology, to where his education can continue to thrive and feel more connection between school and home in that community aspect. So I think one of the technology tools that I think would be beneficial in the PE setting, one of the areas that SM is struggling with is reading and writing. We don't do too much reading and writing in PE. However, if stuff is presented and thus you need to read something in order to understand it, that's where the difficulties could come into play. But I'm just going to focus on an app that's called Throw, and how it would be used is just by all the students being able to download the app, and it's kind of used similar to Twitter, meaning that and in a classroom sense it's used in similar to Twitter, where we can bring up classroom conversations, or it could be used for reminders that, hey, we're going to be doing the mile run tomorrow, or it could be used for individual practice, where I could shoot out a quick throw, is what they call it, instead of a tweet. I could throw out to the students and say, hey guys, for extra credit tonight, I want you to come up with a workout plan that takes you 10 minutes, and I want you to be able to complete it and then write a quick paragraph on how it went and what you think you could improve. Something like that, I think would be pretty cool for the students to not just go home and then forget about school, but to still feel involved, and for it to still have that community aspect with their fellow students. Their fellow students would be able to throw out some comments as well, and it would just be really engaging, where the students going home from school can still be engaged with one another, and maybe build some competition aspect where it's a little fun. We play games with it. So I just think that would be something that would be beneficial in the PE aspect. Throw could also be used as a fitness log. So from the teacher looking at it, and I'm looking at my students' throws for the day when they're at home, I could use that to just see how productive they were at home. Whether they're telling the truth or not, I don't know, but it is something to where it takes their accountability into effect. So just answering some of the quick questions on, is this accessible on all devices? If they have a cell phone, I believe so. I believe it's, and this would be secondary school, so it would be high school. So most students at that point do have a cell phone. If not, I haven't looked into whether they could use it on a desktop or anything like that. But I do believe that it is accessible on all devices, and relevant to the content, subject matter, relevant to PE. I gave you the examples for how I would use Throw. Friendly for children, yes. Friendly for teachers, yes. I think some of the only things we would come across is kids acting out over the app, and that would just need to set some boundaries early. And we would need the approval from the district to be able to use that app, and just all the things that go along with that. Yeah, other than that, another great one, another opportunity, I guess, that you could use the app would be voting on activities. So giving the students choice for the next day's activities. I think that would be a great way to engage the class, get them ready so that they know what to expect the next day. Say they're voting on either baseball, soccer, or basketball, and they get to throw out their comments out there into the app, and I get to see those comments, look at, tally up all the votes, and then we get to do that exercise for the day. So those are just my opinions on how I think we could use accommodations for while using technology, using the Throw app. So thank you for watching the video.